are less than 3 weeks away from the gubernatorial recall election. Early voting is already underway. Democrats have largely steered clear of challenging Governor Newsom, but one candidate, a political outsider, is not one of them. He is a 29-year-old real estate broker, financial analyst, and YouTuber. He describes himself as a JFK-style Democrat. He says he would be able to tackle the state's homelessness issue in his first few months as governor. And down the line, he says he wants to eliminate state income taxes for most Californians, end COVID without lockdowns, and make gambling legal. His name is Kevin Paffrath, and he joins us right now. Welcome.
Thank you so very much for having me. That was a wonderful intro. Thank you.
Well, I understand you have an ambitious plan to address homelessness. You talk about utilizing emergency powers. Can you explain briefly how you would do that and how you would pay for it?
Yeah, absolutely. So first, we're going to have a 5-week transition period after we win. During that period, we come up with the exact details of how we're going to build and where we're going to build or convert existing office buildings or vacant malls into 80 emergency facilities within our communities. These communities are going to, or these facilities are going to provide emergency food access, shelter access, clean clothing, and most importantly, drug support, mental health support. These are things that our current governor is not doing. He wants to spend $3,000 per month putting individual homeless folks into motel rooms. But this doesn't make sense. First of all, that's more than my mortgage, but we've got to bring economics and scale. So how do we pay for this? Well, the first thing that we need to do is consider the fact that we have $12 billion already available for homelessness. Governor Newsom and his administration have been squandering homeless money. The Los Angeles Times just this morning released research that Governor Newsom's administration squandered pandemic relief money dedicated for homeless individuals, taking 14 months to actually get money into the communities. This is ridiculous. We need emergency action to make sure that within 60 days, nobody's sleeping on our streets anymore, because they're not sleeping on our streets. They're dying on our streets. They're being brutalized. Women are being raped. It's unacceptable. We need a governor who cares. Then we move on to solving the causes of homelessness, like our education crisis, our crime crisis, and so on.
You are running as a Democrat, but some would say that some of your plans or goals are not in line with the ideals of many Democrats in the state. Have you had a chance to talk to lawmakers to find out whether you would have support to get some of your ideas through?
Absolutely. In fact, we already have support because a lot of assemblymen, women, we've even spoken with representatives from our federal government who represent Californian districts. They're saying, privately, just want you to know it doesn't make sense to vote no or to leave the second part of the ballot blank. So we're voting for the best backup Democrat. What Democrats want to maintain democratic power in California. I'm going to bring moderate solutions, JFK style, where we invest in Californians and then eventually lower taxes. That's what JFK did. I'm not far left, I'm not far right, I'm 51-49. It's not a Republican recall, it's a Californian recall. Look at the issues we have: homelessness, traffic, fires, water issues, housing issues. These are not one-sided. These are issues that both sides can agree to work on. But the Democratic legislature has had the largest supermajority ever in the history of California right now. They have 75% control, which means they could essentially block any executive action from a Republican, any appointments from a Republican. They could block any vetoes from a Republican. I am personally fearful, and this is why I'm running, I'm fearful that if a Republican wins, we will have 1 year of nothingness in California. We'll have a lame duck governorship until 2022.
How would you change the state's COVID response day one?
Day one, we need to recognize that vaccines are still spreading COVID. Now, I want to be very, very clear here. I believe in vaccines. I believe that we should encourage vaccinations, even if that means we have to pay $250 as an incentive to encourage folks to get vaccinated. I'm all for vaccines. I'm vaccinated, and I want my children vaccinated as soon as possible. But I realize we can't protect some of our people because they have medical exceptions for vaccines, and our children can't get vaccines yet. So we've got to also focus on the science, and the science says using filtration, HEPA filtration, like what we have on our planes, in our schools and indoor environments can dramatically reduce COVID transmission, especially if we pair filtration and ventilation with proper masking, not just Etsy cloth masks, but proper masks that actually help prevent spread. So we need to think about all of the solutions. And right now we have a governor who doesn't educate us on better masks, or worse, for our poverty communities, doesn't provide better masks. And we don't have requirements that can prevent lockdowns. Like, let's have proper HEPA filtration in our schools, and let's not lock down again. Because the reality is we can beat COVID without lockdowns. We don't need lockdowns, especially when we have a governor who disregarded his own lockdown rules.
You say you want to eliminate state income tax on the first $250,000 of income, but that would be a longer term plan. You would have to be elected next year outright in order to affect something like that. What are your plans to try to convince Californians in just 1 year that you're the man for the job?
Absolutely. So here's our exact plan. We have a two-step process. Number one, executive action to end homeless living on our streets within 60 days. We need to provide the care, dignity, and compassion to help our homeless community. Then, step two, I work with the Democratic legislature, something I don't believe a Republican can do, and we pass a massive infrastructure package, much like our federal government is doing, but a massive package specifically for California, where we streamline housing, we build hundreds of thousands of new homes outside of our cities, so we have a choice of more affordable housing. We invest in future schools, where we teach financial education and careers to folks, and that'll be for adults and for high schoolers starting at 16. People will have the choice to go to a future school. Then we have to address our fire crisis, our water crisis. Governor Newsom says we should take shorter showers. That's his solution. We need desalinization. We should, quite frankly, have an emergency response to our water crisis, such as even doing what professors and PhDs have recommended, like building a pipeline to the Mississippi and buying cheaper, cleaner water. It sounds outlandish, but we need big ideas. And for example, that pipeline would only take 11 power plants to bring water to our state. So year one, my two-step process is what I want. Number one, homelessness, 60 days emergency action. Number two, massive infrastructure with our democratically controlled Congress. I expect it actually to be bipartisan, even though it technically doesn't need to be. I expect it to be because we have massive Californian issues, and we will finally make big changes to solving the crisis of patchwork solutions like Prop 4757. We're going to solve crime, housing, traffic, fires, and water, and schooling.
Kevin Paffrath, gubernatorial candidate in the recall election. Thank you so much for sharing some of your ideas with us.
Thank you for having me, and my full plan is available at meetkevin.com.